Now, okay, class. Today, uh, I am discuss about the subject of the disaster management. We all are studying in that lecture to be the topic content in module second of disaster management is soil erosion and many perspectives of the soil erosions like advantages, disadvantages, problem affections, problem creation, protection of soil erosion, conservation, etc. Okay, in that topic, in that lectures, I cover I have covered the topic is soil erosion, that is the causes, processes, erosion factors, water erosion, types, estimation of soil loss, wind erosion, soil conservation practices, and some keywords of the this presentation. This lecture is soil erosion, water erosion, and wind erosion and soil conservation. Now, soil erosion. What is soil erosion? First of all, we define soil. Soil is defined as in terms of the upper layer of the earth crust formulating the disintegration of rocks by any weathering conditions like rain, wind, and glaciers, snow melting, etc., by which in that situations for making the soil. Simply, we can say, or I can say, the upper layer of the earth crust are called soil. Okay. Therefore, in that topic, in that lecture, we all are studying about mainly soil erosion. That is the introduction part of the soil erosion is given here. Some definition about soil erosion are mentioned in that given slide. That is the soil erosion is the detachment, not attachment, detachment, transport and deposition of soil particles on land surface, termed as loss of soil. Okay. Second one is the second point is the which units to measure the soil erosion? Measured as mass per unit area. Okay, the unit of soil erosion is to be said to be mass per unit, measured as mass per unit area. In other words, in other units, ton per hectare or kilogram per square meter. This is the all are the unit of calculation of measurement of soil erosion. Okay. Now, next one is the soil loss is of interest primarily on site effect of erosion such as loss of crop productivity. Okay. In that point, when the upper layer of the soil of the any land to be eroded or misplaced or detached by any technique, wind or water or any technique, then these types of land is to be unfertile, and our crops is not growing properly, and the fertility of the soil is goes to be degraded or decreases. Therefore the crop production or crop productivity is goes to be decreases or lesser amount. Okay, now next one is the off-site effect of erosion or siltation in ditch, streams, reservoirs. Very good. This point is covered storage of water which have, for example, a reservoir is a collection of large amount of the water. It have a huge quantity of water. Therefore the ditches or streams to be formulated or making with the help of reservoirs or goes to upstream side. Upstream side situate reservoir, and downstream side our streams are lakes or rivers. Therefore the many silt particles or soil particles to be goes to in streams, our rivers or lakes. Second one is the in rainy season a large amount of water comes in between reservoir and is stored here. Therefore the water take many huge quantity of the soil particles to be eroded or transported, by which therefore many years, after some years like 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, the reservoir is to be goes to be silted, and the quantity of the reservoir is goes to be less. For example, a reservoir initially 5 lakhs million cubic water contains. Therefore after 5 years the reduction of the quantity or capacity of the reservoir is 4 lakhs million cubic meter cube water. Therefore next point is sediment generated by erosion processes are prime carrier of agricultural chemicals that pollutes stream or lakes. Okay, sediment generated by erosion process. It is clear that the sedimentation process after erosion process which develops. Therefore we can say the sedimentation is primary process or prime carrier of the erosion. Okay, and it helps to erosion is agricultural chemicals and pollutes streams or lake by the erosion of the soil to polluted that types of the lakes, streams or agricultural our agricultural fields. Okay, next one is the soil erosion problem, which is very important. In soil erosion is the most precious gift of the nature. Soil erosion, not soil, is the most precious gift of nature. It is very useful to him or our nations, our globe, situated to all living things to use the upper surface of the soil. Prime resource of the food is to be governed by or help by the soil. Okay. If soil is goes to be unfertile or eroded, detached to previous place to another place, therefore the productivity of the land is goes to be decreases. Now in India, more than 100 million hectares that is goes to soil degraded, eroded or unproductive. In India, every year more than 100 million hectares. It is very large amount of the land is to be goes to be soil eroded or degraded or unproductive in nature, because the soil is not situated at proper location, by which the humus mixes in water by the help of organic waste mixes filled of the upper layer of the soil. Only approximately 6 inches to 12 inches of the depth of the soil is to be fertile in nature. Therefore, this upper layer of the soil is going to be eroded by the any technique, by any water bodies or any air bodies. Therefore, the below 6 inches to 12 inches of the soil is to be not fertile in nature. This is no productivity. Therefore, the productivity, finally we can say the productivity of the land, our land, is goes to be less or decreases. Now, about 17 tons per hectare soil detached annually. Here data represented by according to the previous this data is to be taken from very references, and I can referred from IIT Bombay. About 17 tons per hectare soil detached annually, and is greater than 20% of this is transported by river to sea. Okay, 17 tons per hectare soil detached annually, and is greater than 20% of this is transported by river. This amount of the soil erosion is to be transported by the with the help of river, and deposited in sea to 10%. Okay, extra remaining quantity of the soil eroded particles is to be sedimented on bank side of the river or any flooded portion of the nearer of the bank of the river. Reservoir results 1 to 2% loss of storage capacity annually. The degradation of the capacity of the reservoir is to be goes to be 1 to 2% loss. Therefore, for example, if the capacity of the reservoir is to be 100 liter, for example 100 liter, therefore the capacity of this reservoir is to be goes to be decreases annually 1 to 2%. That is, we can say, or I can say, the capacity of the tank is to be, or reservoir is to be annually decreases, that is the capacity of the reservoirs is to be 99 liter after 1 year, and then second year after 2 years 98 years to 98 liters to 94 liters, 96 liters. Okay, therefore the soil erosion is a very create a very complicated situations by the our nations, like agricultural purpose, storage of water, water capacity of the reservoir, fertility of the our lands, and many types of the crops like a fauna and flora is to be goes to be dead or demolished in the situation, in the condition of flooded condition, because when our river or our water bodies is to be in rainy season, infinite numbers of particles is to be mixes, like the turbidity. In terms of turbidity, the turbidity of water is goes to be very high. Therefore this turbid water is spread on our whole nearer or any nearer of the river is to be land is to be flooded or spread by these types of water, are covered by these types of water. Therefore after some time, due to sedimentation process, therefore the drag force and lift force acted in that particles. If the particle size is to be 0.1 is less than 0.1 millimeter, therefore the Newton's law is not followed, and we calculate or we analyze with the help of Stokes law. And when the particle size mixes in that types of water is to be a diameter is greater than 0.1 millimeter, therefore this particles is to be deals under the Newton's law. Simply all types of the Newton's law are Newton's center of gravity, gravitational force acted in that types of particles. Therefore the large particles is to be settled due to force due to applied force of the gravity naturally, and settle down that types of particles, and after sedimentation process is achieved, the sediment is spread over land to a very thick layer of the soil particles, and covered the whole our small plants or even any flora and fauna, and flora and fauna or small plants is to be goes to be dead or demolished completely. Okay, now next slide is soil erosion problems indicates in with the help of a graphical representation. This reports Indian land degradation source, which place is to be taken State of Environment Report 2009. This is the report taken by the State Environment Report 2009. In that type of graph we see in x-axis water erosion, waterlogging, salinity, wind erosion, soil acidity, complex problem, degraded area, okay, and geographical area, and y-axis land degradation, that is the area in million hectares. Now in that graph we conclude or we understand by water erosion is approximately 100 million hectares in hectares, but wind erosion is less quantity, that is 9.48, water logging 14.3, salinity 5.95, and etc. And therefore geographical area is eroded by the many medials, hectares, like 350, like 350 not 328.73 hectares. Okay, that is the soil erosion deteriorates soil quality, reduces productivity of natural agricultural and forest ecosystem. Soil erosion deteriorates quality of water, increases sedimentation, causes a reduction of carrying capacity of water bodies. Okay, next one is the causes of soil erosion. Some causes of the soil erosion is human induced and natural causes. Okay, first one is the land use over grazing by cattle, deforestation, arable land use, faculty farming, construction, mining, etc. Okay, by human acquired by cattle, deforestation, cut tree, a large amount of trees to be cutted out, and this types of land is to be used in any purpose, construction purpose, mining, tunnel and coal mining, etc. Now climatic conditions, that is the precipitation and wind velocity. Like precipitation is the rainfall, heavy rainfall, and wind velocity, the wind blow to a very high speed, and therefore the upper layer of the soil is to be eroded in a huge quantity, and this affection is very high. Next one is the soil, that is the soil characteristics, that is the texture, structure, water retention and transmission properties, etc. In that point, texture of the soil is to be seen by which sandy soil, clay soil, sandy loamy soil, laterite soil, red soil, which types of soil. Okay, structure, the structure of the soil is like a montmorillite, illite, many types of the soil. For example, the soil formation by the mixing of the extra mixing of the organic waste. Therefore this types of soil eroded easily by the help of water bodies or wind blown bodies. Okay, next one is the retention and transmission properties, that is the retention, the bearing capacity of the soil is what in the terms of permeability. If we take a soil sample in a container and dip water, therefore after some time the water passes the soil and come out through the soil. Therefore this type of soil is to be very its permeability is very high. Like a sand is very permeable with compared to clay soil. Okay, transmission properties, that is the change in properties of the soil, like for example black cotton soils in the condition of moisture contains, we added of water, therefore is it to be the clay, the black cotton soil is to be spread large, the volume is spread to be very large like a cotton, but the moisture content is to be reduces or drawn out, therefore it is very hard like a stone. So this is the transmission properties. Okay, next one is the hydrology. Hydrology covers the points is infiltration, surface detention, overland flow, velocity and subsurface water flow. Infiltration, that is the water bodies spread over a land surface or soil surface. Therefore, soil is to be make a small particles and one particle interconnected to each others and make a capillary fringes. Okay, filled in that capillary fringes air, voids or air are water molecules. Therefore, after rainfall or after any precipitation of the water, therefore the infiltration of the water due to with the help of capillary fringes and goes to downwards by the leaching process. Okay, the permeability of the soil is to be very high, therefore infiltration is to be very high. When the permeability of the soil is to be very low, therefore the infiltration of the water is to be very low quantity. Okay, surface detention. When the permeability of the soil is very less, like a clay is very less permeability, therefore the water bodies are runoff water is to be spread over that soil surface. Therefore the detention period is very high, but the soil is to be very permeable. Permeability is very high of that type of soil, given soil. Therefore the detention period of the water is very less. Due to the capillary fringes, the water goes to be downwards and meets to be water table by the leaching process or capillary action. Okay. Next one is the overland flow velocity. It is very important and it to be helps in soil erosion and subsurface water flow. The water surface, when the detention time is very high, therefore the water retained on the surface of the soil, therefore it flows and mixes to water bodies, therefore the upper layer of the soil is to be eroded easily and mixes the water bodies, and then finally this water bodies mixes to sea water. And the next point is land forms like slope gradient, slope length and shape of the soil. If the flow velocity of the water is very high, therefore all types of the soil particles mixes in the water bodies and take away or take and mixes take with the help of the flow velocity in the water bodies and mixes to water bodies, but the flow velocity is very less, therefore the settling velocity is very high and the soil is to be settled down, and this process is called sedimentation. Okay, therefore the formation of land. Okay, now next one is the type of soil erosion. Okay, geological erosion, natural erosion and erosion from activities by with the help of with the terms of human and animals. Okay, geological erosion, that is the soil forming and distribution long time process. It is very long time process. That is the by disintegration of rocks and by the rocks and by the glacier melting of the glaciers is to be transported the and making formulated the soil particles. It is very long process. It is many years to construct the time taken to be construction of the soil particles. Okay, next one is the human and animal, that is the tillage, removal of plants and over other vegetation, that is the accelerated erosion. By human and animal, the trees to be cutted down and remove the surface of the whole surface of the earth surface is to be cleaned by plants to be removed by any techniques or other vegetations process. Therefore the erosion process is to be accelerated in that techniques. Okay, next one is the stream bank erosion. When the water body flows to any system like lake, man-made or natural river, any lakes, any natural canals, etc. If we drawn or we make artificial water bodies, therefore it not to be eroded the upper crust of the soil, but the natural water bodies is to be flown on our earth surface. Therefore it to be eroded the upper crust of the soil is very easily on the nearer of the bank side of the water bodies or water streams. Next one is the landslide, volcanic eruptions, flooding. When the heavy rainfall therefore drawn on the earth surface, therefore the landslide process goes to formulate on the earth surface. If the liquefaction process is in the lower side of the earth crust, therefore the landslide occurs. If the eroded below particles by the piping action, by the streamlines, any systems, therefore the landslide occurs and a huge quantity of the land mass is to be slided below. The landslides process is easily occurred or easily seen in hilly areas, not in land areas. Okay, therefore a large amount of the soil is to be situated on the mountainous side. If the cutted the below parts by the road making, by any purpose, by agriculture purpose, therefore after rainfall the huge quantity of the soil is to be unstable and fallen down, and this process is called landslide, and huge quantity of the soil is to be eroded. In volcanic eruptions, a large amount of the ash and the upper crust of the soil is to be float by mixing in the magma or lava and goes to the far away to the eruptions where the volcanic eruptions site. Flooding is also a very complicated situation to the erosion, soil erosion. That is when the heavy rainfall occur and at that type of the land mass, therefore this land mass is to be eroded by the help of the flooding, by the help of the flood conditions. Water and wind, major factors of the soil erosion by the water, and second one is the wind. But the water is very supportive nature in to be erosion of the soil with the compression of the soil erosion by the air. Okay, next one here, soil erosion process is to be seen in that slide. In that slide, agents of soil erosions, which agents to be soil to be eroded. This dendrogram by the taken from the based on referred G. Das 2000 Hydrology and Soil Conservation Engineering, Prentice Hall of India, New Delhi. Three types of agents which shown in that dendrogram, that is the wind, water and gravity, that is the mass movement of the soil. Water is to be a very large structures to be eroded the soil. That is the two types. Firstly, two types. It can be divided in two types. First one is the water forms and second one is the glaciers. Okay. Water forms is to be divided in three types, three forms. Okay. First one is the rainfall. Second one is the runoff and the third one is the reservoirs and oceans. Oceans is a huge quantity of the water to be collected or to be taken. Approximately 97%, 70% of the water to be filled in, to be stored in our sea. Therefore, runoff is to be divided in two categories. We see in that dendrogram easily. That is the runoff is divided in two categories. First category is surface runoff. We see easily on the road surface or our nearer surface when the precipitation is very high. Therefore, the huge quantity of water is to be flown and run off to the mixes to any river, stream or any natural water bodies. Second one is the subsurface runoff. Surface runoff and subsurface runoff. That is the below surface of the earth crust is to be runoff of the water, because our earth crust is to be circular in nature. That is the subsurface water is to be, that is the pipe erosion. That is the piping interconnected to pores one by one, and therefore the water flow in that capillary fringes and our soil is to be eroded easily. Surface runoff is to be divided in four category. First one is the sheet internal erosion. Second one is the rill erosion. Third one is the gully erosion. And fourth one is the stream bank erosion. Stream bank erosion is a very huge amount of the soil is to be eroded easily, very easily, with the comparison of others. Now, soil erosion, some parameters written here. Here in pictures we see the water body is spread over this area and the soil is to be eroded. Now, 1 minute. Okay. Soil some erosion parameters is given here. That is the soil erosion function of erosivity, that is depends on rainfall. Erodibility depends on properties of the soil. Which types of soil? Therefore, when the sandy soil, it will be very easily erodable. If the clay soil, it is not easily erodable. Okay. Topography, property of the land. Which types of the topography of that types of the land situated in our water bodies or our affection of the water bodies. Okay. Management, contributed by man. Only man is to be contributed the erosion to be, soil erosion to be controlled or not. Erodibility, that is the detachability and the transportability is to be understand with the help of erodibility, in the terms of erodibility. Topography, that is the slope, length, relation to other lands. This is the topography of the land. Management, land use and crop management. Which types of crop to be sown on our given land, which is not which is a help in not erosion of the soil. This is the crop management. Now next one is the water erosion. That is the detachment and transport of soil particles from land mass by water, including rain, runoff, melted snow, etc. Depends on soil nature and capacity of water to transport. More of slopy land, it is very easily to be eroded. More velocity, more transport of the soil erosion. Water erosion accelerated by agriculture, grazing and construction activities. The water erosion activity is to be accelerated by agricultural working and construction activities, etc. Now next one is the factor affecting erosion by water. Which factor affect the erosion of the by the water of the soil? That is the first one is the climate. Climate, we can understand that is the precipitation, temperature, wind, humidity and solar radiation, etc. Soil, that is the soil, size of the soil, type of the soil, texture of the soil, structure of the soil, that is organic matter, non-organic matter. Which types of the structure of the soil or properties of the soil is to be present here. Vegetation, that is the interception of rainfall, reduce surface sealing of runoff, decreases surface velocity, improvement of aggregation, increased biological activity and aeration, transpiration, physical holding, etc. Topography, that is the degree of slope, shape and length of the slope of the size and shape of the water set. Which types of the slope is to be present here. Therefore now next we all are understanding of remaining parts of the soil erosion is to be in next lectures. Okay.